All right, good morning, everyone. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen, everybody. Let's get this day going. All right, any early risers today? Any early risers out there? Do we have anybody up this morning with me? Rusty Prater. Why so early? Well, it's a big weekend, and I have to get up early and get things accomplished. I have to get up early and get things done. Yep, we're having our big wedding going on tomorrow, so today could end up being a very short day. We'll see. It might have frequent interruptions today. Frequently interrupted. So good morning, everyone. Yes, at 5. Why so early? Morning, Cat. Well, here's why so early. Because I've found out that I can start trading at 7 a.m. Yes, my mother is doing better. I don't know still for sure whether my sister's going to be able to make it in for the wedding ceremony or not, but we got it all taken care of, and Alex actually handled it a lot better than I thought she would. So I think we're going to be okay. I think she's going to be all right. I think she's going to pull through, but it was close. So thank you for asking, and please keep my mother in your prayers. Hope everybody's doing good today. Saw SoFi slightly up this morning in pre-market, but I do believe it will be over $29 today, and maybe even as high as 30, believe it or not. I think it could push that high. Yesterday, again, we're just seeing a lot of unusual activity in the market right now, especially with SoFi. And one of the things I'm most encouraged about SoFi is that I saw SoFi going up day before yesterday while the entire market was red, okay? And I saw SoFi hold its ground again yesterday while the market was red and everything seemed to be selling off. So this is obviously a good thing. Get over here and show you guys a few pictures I took. I want to say also good morning and welcome to everyone, and thank you very much, Brunette or Die, with your contribution to my daughter's wedding, and I appreciate that very much. $50 to someone just starting out on their course of unifying with another partner, and is very helpful, and I appreciate that $50 donation. And in case you didn't know it, folks, Down syndrome, I noodle pike. Ah, cool. Well, I definitely like to fish. This is me when I was a little kid. was at my grandmother's trailer park, and she lived on a canal that led out to this lake. This fish was out at the end of that canal, right where it fed into the lake, and I saw it. I was with my cousin. This is my cousin right here. And I saw the fish, and I was dressed in this clothing here. You can't see it, but the pants are soaking wet because I got this fish I could see it there in the reeds, in a pocket of reeds. Ran up to the trailer and I tied on this worm. I ran down there and I threw it out there and gave it a little pop, and that worm moved a little, and that bass came over and tried to get it off the bottom, but it couldn't get the worm off the bottom. It was crazy. I was like, what the heck's going on here? So anyway, by the way, if you're joining in right now and you've never been on this channel before, I'm going to be teaching people here how to day trade with SoFi and other stocks. And we day trade using Charles Schwab, Think or Swim, okay? So when the market opens, which will be a good while from now, nearly 3 hours, of course, 2.5 hours. But when the market opens, I'm going to be using Charles Schwab, Think or Swim. If you want to get yourself a Charles Schwab account set up, easy to do, and then get yourself, download the Think or Swim software, and you're off and running. You may not even need to be a Charles Schwab member to download Think or Swim, as far as I know. But you may need to. I don't know. Yes, good morning, everyone. Yes, TradingView is good. Yep. So anyway, just let me tell you this quick story. So I couldn't get the bass to get that worm off the bottom, so I ran back up to the trailer out, tied on a topwater, and I ran down there and I tossed it out and gave it. No, it sank to the bottom. It didn't float, but I didn't want to use my best Rapala, or some people call Rapalas. I didn't want to use that one because this was a big, big bass, and I was afraid that I might lose my favorite lure. So, but anyway, I had no other choice. I ran all the way back up to the trailer and I tied on my favorite lure, and I ran down there. And that fish right there, as soon as that thing hit the top and I gave it one little pop, boom, she hit it. Then she spun and took off out of the canal, and she headed for the deep. And as she was going away from me, I set that hook. I always wait till a fish is moving away from me before I set the hook. And by this time, there were several people up that had gathered to see me trying to catch this fish. They were older folks, retirees, the trailer park. And the word spread fast in that trailer park. And so here I am, I've got the fish on, it heads out for the deep water. I set the hook on this thing, and the line snaps right at the reel. And my line goes feeding out through the eyelets, and there it goes. And I'm standing up on the shore of a canal. It's a deep drop, about maybe 10 feet down to the water, and a steep slope. Well, as soon as that line snapped and it ran out through the things and hit the ground and off it goes, I didn't even think about it. I yanked off my shirt and I ran down. I tossed my rod down. I ran down there and dove in, and I swam out there I could see the line. The line stayed on the surface because the bass only went out so far, about maybe the bass went out maybe 100 feet. And then I could see the line on the surface, and I just kept swimming and swimming till I got to the line. I grabbed the line and wrapped it around my wrist, and then I hauled that bass back to shore. I didn't want to lose my lure, folks. So this is the fish I caught that day. And That's a monster bass right there. My my cousin, his father said, "I'll take that bass if you don't want it." And I was a little kid, so I gave it to my uncle, and he has it on his wall in his home. Well, he did anyway until he passed away. And but that bass is massive, and it makes my bass look like a guppy. But anyway, I uh, I love to fish. Yes, the big Billy bass. That's right. Thank you very much. Yes, I have these hats available to people who win, who donate on this channel. These are all the people who have donated this week, and if you make a donation of $5, you'll get an entry into the drawing that's going to be happening this afternoon. And if you make a donation of $10, you'll get 2 entries. $15 gets you 3, and $20 gets you 5. Buy 4, get 1 free. So if you make a donation today, and you'll be helping my wedding for my daughter, she's getting married tomorrow. Night's the big night, and tonight we have the big. We're staying in this hotel, having everything. All the practicing it all and doing all that good stuff. So that's what we're doing tonight. You guys are going to get to see me in a tuxedo. I'm going to be taking pictures and photographs, and so anyway, brunette or die, because of your donation, $50 donation, I got this card on your behalf. There it is. There's a new Mr. and Mrs. And so thank you, brunette or die. I do appreciate that donation a lot for the wedding cause. And I'm sure my daughter will really appreciate that money. As you probably know, because of my shirt, I am a Detroit Tigers fan here, and this is actually my wife's. Man, this morning it was so cold here. Man, it's cold here in Michigan already. Yep. Hello there, Chetan. Welcome. Down syndrome Jesus. That's a cool name. Wendy, good morning. Dylan Christ, hello there. I'm still in DVLT, and I am too. Rusty, is your mother doing better? Yes, she is doing. Yep. Morning, Cat. Okay, making sure I got everybody addressed this morning. Raymond, wow, your voice is insane. I love it. Thank you. Very, very cool. I really appreciate that. Hi from Scotland. All right. God bless you, brother. Thank you. And you as well. You as well, my friend. God bless you. What a way to enter the tank, folks. This name I have, Catfish, and all my Catfish followers and my biggest donators are up here behind me. Oh, I thank you so much. Jamie Mack. This guy right here, Jamie Mack. Or I'm not sure it's a guy with the name Jamie, Jamie. $500 donation. That's got the big cat on it there, the big catfish. And everybody on this wall, I want to thank you. Every one of you big catfish. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry I'm not a better artist, but I am a music artist. And I have a guitar here. I have 4 guitars behind me here. And once it gets a little later, I'll play some songs for you. I can't play yet. It's too early. My wife will come down here and kick my royal ass if I go to get my get fiddle going this early. All right, what's going on here? Brian Young, yep. 7 out, yep. All the best on your journeys together. favorite mode, Gary. Nice. Steve Waldner. All right. Welcome, everybody. Kevin McKee, have you ever done blue water fishing? Can you share a cool story of what you learned about yourself after you caught that fish? Well, one thing I learned about myself is that I'm determined. Just because you break your line doesn't mean that fish needs to get away from you. Right? Hey, listen, you could do the same thing from your boat, people. If you had a big old fish that hit that thing and then it took off and broke your line, but you could then start heading after the line and watch it. Eventually, that line is not, it's going to come up to the surface, right? I don't know, maybe if you're lucky. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We're going to be trading stocks this morning. I'm going to show you guys how to trade stocks that are on the run. And my method is simple. When a stock is on the run, it will do like all stocks. It makes surges and then retractions and surges and retractions and surges and retractions and surges and retractions. So as a stock is running up, I'm putting my buy orders in right below it about, well, it depends on how much they're running it up and down. The first thing you need to determine is, can you determine a pattern between each spike and then each retrace, and then the spike and retrace and spike and retrace? Is there a pattern? And yes, there is. Most often there is. And also, my method of trading uses history. I'm looking over the history of the stock in more ways than one, not just the price history of the stock, but the volume of the stock. Does a company keep itself in the headlines? Is it putting out a lot of news about itself? Is it staying in the eye of the public, or they don't care about that? So there's a lot of things that I use to make a decision whether or not to get in or out on a stock. But the main thing I use is money flowing into the stock. Is the volume increasing? Okay. And I got to tell you right now, I'm seeing some very unusual buying going on with SoFi. I'm seeing purchases like I've never seen before, including again yesterday. We're now seeing for 3 days in a row an incredible surge in massive buys. These are big whales, ladies and gentlemen, that are coming in. Big whales coming in. And just so you're aware of this, I was just talking to you about metering how far stocks get retraced. This stock right here is the perfect example of it, and I'm going to show you right now. Oh, and before I do that, let me make sure I get another stream going over here. Your channel. And just so you know, folks, I don't just day trade stocks. I hold stocks long too. And many people have become members of this channel at monster level or a Goliath level member, so that they could get access to the stocks that I hold long. And the gains and the returns on the stocks I hold long have been nothing more than phenomenal. So if you want to get hold of this list, then all you have to do is become a member at the monster level or at the Goliath level. If you want to go all out and go Goliath level, I'm also going to send you some of the most valuable volume. And I'm talking about that being one of the things I measure to determine whether to get in or not on a stock. I want you to know that the volume, I have candlesticks that are killer, okay? Somebody told me that the candlesticks I have, they had a friend that paid $2,000 to get these candlesticks. Well, my membership is $24.99 a month. And if you get these candlesticks, they'll make you that much back. I make very good revenue from candlestick that I have, the candlesticks I have for Thinkorswim. And I'm going to show them to you as soon as the market starts running here. We'll show you these candlesticks so you can see them. Now, this morning, I have my eye on a stock, HIVE, okay? One of the first person I believe that mentioned HIVTE to me was JP Panek. He told me that it's going to be very similar to the SoFi action we saw when SoFi was in the $6 and $7 range. And I believe he's right. So HIVE is going to be one we're going to watch today. I see that right now it's consolidating and it's capitulating right now. I'll show you in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to all of you people who have now gotten me almost to 22,000 subscribers. We are this close to 22,000. And look at that. We've had 422 subscribers in the last 28 days. So I want to thank each and every one of you who have. And I also want to show you over here on analytics that just so you can see this, I think it's, and I want to thank you. It's to you I want to give thanks. Because I just went over 4 million views, folks. 4 million views. And I want you all to know that I am very grateful for your support, your continued views. I'm also grateful for those of you who have not only subscribed to this channel or viewed this channel, but I also want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my music channel. And yes, I do play music. You can see right here that my name is Tyler Self. And isn't that a cool Beatles poster back there? Yep. Anyway, I am on all music channels all around the world, and you should, if you want, go over and search for me and stream my music while I teach you how to day trade. So I want to thank you guys and gals for helping me achieve the over 4 million view level, and for telling your friends about my channel, and for all of you who continually help out by at the same time when we do the hit the like button at the same time. Thank you, because it all affects the channel in a big way, and I just want to say how much I love you and thank you for doing that. And by the way, in regards to my music, this is my playlist that's on YouTube. Pardon me, but this is my music playlist that's on YouTube. And on this list, folks, there's over 125 songs for you to listen to and enjoy. And keep in mind that some of them may have lyrics that are, you need to be discretionary. M for mature audiences. So that's what I would say. there are a few songs that have, yeah, some double entendre and a few words that you might, but I do not curse through my music. I don't do that kind of thing. You'll never hear a single, not one of my songs has a cuss word in it. I don't throw around anything like that. My stuff is genuine, it's real, and it's unique in many ways because it's done with artists all over the world. I have musicians from all over the world that create this music with me. And I mean all over the world. From the farthest points of the globe, I've made music with people all around the world that we've never met, but we've made songs together. I used to be part of a channel called Vandalism, and we all put our songs up together, and we would combine our music talents, and then we would share files around the world and come out with a killer song at the end after everyone laid down their part. It would be so fun. But Vandalism shut down, and the person who started the channel Vandalism is also the one who started the company DistroKid, which is my record label. So all of my songs are on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play. You can look me up, Tyler Self, TYLERSELPH. If you subscribe to my music channel and stream while you learn how to day trade, you'll help me out make a little bit more money. Because here's what I do. Here's all my songs on DistroKid right here. And you can see that I'm on every platform, folks, like I said. So come on over and check me out and stream my music while you're day trading with me. And I have a lot of songs, folks, and they're all being listened to every single day all over the world. So I invite you to come over if you haven't done it yet and become a listener to Tyler Self's music. And these are some of my titles that are, and you can tell by these titles that, you know, there's a wide variety. And you can also sort of see which ones are liked more than others. But at any rate, this is my music channel. I just wanted to tell you about it. I have to try to generate money while I'm doing this service of showing people how to day trade. But the total, the interesting thing is, you can see here each time a song is played how much I make on it, you see? And if it's played enough times, like up here, I got 19 cents on that song that day. But it adds up at the end. You know, you can see right now, this is what my current amount for the last, I'm not sure what the duration, I think this is 90-day duration. But I've taken a lot out of this, and I'm going to take even more out. If you people will listen to my music, we're gonna make more and more music money, and then we'll use that money to have a big party. Okay, I'll just take it all out, and we'll have a big old party. That's what I want to do with it. So help me out, and you'll enjoy the songs that I tell you. And my music, as you can see, is being listened to all over the world: Trinidad and France and Austria and Canada and everywhere, all over the place. The Philippines being listened to, in Japan and Mexico and New Zealand and Great Britain and all over. My music appeals to masses of people all over the world. And I want to thank each and every one of you who already have subscribed and are streaming right now. Some of you are streaming my music right now because you're trying to help me make money. So thank you. And so now let's talk about some stocks and which stocks we're going to be day trading. Of course, we always watch SoFi and look for a big move on SoFi today. Ladies and gentlemen, the volume has not let up. The volume has not let up on this stock, SoFi. The volume continues to be incredible. And by the way, from the donations we get today, if we can get up to $50, I'm going to do commercial free. We will have no more advertisements, no more stinking advertisements. I don't know how often they show up, but they're annoying. So if you want to help me make today's stream commercial free, if we can get $50, then we'll be on our way. And because that's about what I make on my advertisements every day. Now, what I need to do here is get logged in and to my account and get to my stream that I've got going right now. Just give me a moment here. No, I don't want any of that. Appreciate you guys giving me a moment here to get this set up properly. There we go. Okay, here we go. View your channel. Now I have there it is. You see my thumbnail today about hedge funds and everybody, institutions and everything buying in. Boy, has it ever been crazy with this crazy volume lately. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm laughing here because I see Hurricane Lopez, his title on this video, Short Weighing Mafia just waved white flag. They fear Noto, fear the earnings release, and fear Payush. Look at that, Payush Bhakta. Payush Bhakta is in the headline. One of our viewers is in Hurricane Lowe's, and Payush just got him a new fish yesterday made, or day before yesterday. And I gotta find my tape. Where did my Scotch tape go? There it is, Scotch tape. All the way hiding in the back. Back here behind me, folks, I have this wall of, well, behind all my record albums. That's just half of my collection of albums back there. My other half is over here. I've got a massive collection of vinyl here because I absolutely love music. There we go. So let's get these two new big donations we got, and we need to make sure and put 200 on this one. Oh golly, there's my pin. $200. Yeah, from Peter from Greenland yesterday. 200. Thank you, Peter. We'll put that right up here. Now, some people probably think, what in the world? Someone gave you $200? I'm like, yeah, but if they're watching this channel, they make so much money, they can afford to give $200 donations. So he did. He gave me a $200 donation. And for all I know, he might have been in on one of those stocks that ran yesterday. What was that? NUAI? Wow, did that thing go up yesterday, folks? And NUAI called out by Payush Bhakta. Payush Bhakta. All right. So, Payush, here's your catfish. That's you, Payush. I'm not very good. I'm not a very good artist. I agree. I know that this. How's everybody feeling today? You ready to make some money today with me? I'm wearing my wife's jacket this morning. It was so cold this morning. I'm telling you, man, it's already cold here in Michigan. The price has gone. The price, the temperature of, here in Michigan has gone from 75 degrees to 45 in one day. My son was down in Nashville. He said as he was driving back up yesterday, "Holy cow!" He said, "This." I just watched the temperature drop and drop and drop. It went from the 80s to the low 80s to the 70s to the mid 70s to the low 70s to the 60s to the low 60s to the 50 and down to the. He was like, "Wow." So yeah, it's cold up here in Michigan. Let's see. And by the way, to your question earlier, Kevin McKee, have you ever done blue water fishing? No, I haven't. Other than I fished off the coast in Haiti, and I fished off the coast in at Juniper Springs, Florida area, and down near Coral Gables. And the early fish catches the gains. That's right. That's right. Ryan Young later. Yep, 7 out. Yep, all the best on your journeys together is favorite mod Gary. Yes, all right. Gary Edwards, welcome. Stephen Wonder, good morning. VC Vortex, Charlie Kirk finally leaned left. Is that a VC Vortex has just got removed? Gary Edwards. Hola, buenos dias, Tyler. Give me liberty. Sí. Buenos días. Esta mañana es que bueno esta mañana. Yo espero nosotros acumular mucho dinero hoy. I don't know if that's the word. Acumular. Is that a word in Spanish? I made a bad decision, says Give Me Liberty. Hey, Give Me Liberty. What's going on with you, man? I don't advise to ever buy Tilray because it can't hold a gain. It never can hold a gain. I showed people on the chart yesterday. Historically, every time it spikes, every time. And it's been going don't. That's Tilray. That's Tilray's trading history. It sucks. Just don't mess with that stock. There's no way to support it. Nothing. It's just totally, I don't know. It's just, don't do it. Avoid it like the plague. Get something that's more reliable for going up, not dropping. All right, let's get down here and see what's going on. Someone said, Give Me Liberty says, I traded my COER mining stick for Tilray yesterday. Gary Edwards, the U.S. government can't get enough of those antimony ingots, anti-money ingots. I'm not sure I've ever heard that word before. Antimony. Do you think the buys are inflated and fake? They sure can be. Yes, I do. You won't just be buying a stock. You'll also be helping freedom. Marika. This cat's. Thanks, Cat. I'll be back when the market opens. Yes, Stephen. Yes, indeed. Gary, up 4.2% in pre-market. Up 4.25%. So, Gary, did I miss a stock you're mentioning that's up 4.25% in pre-market? Or is that just your account value? See another AMD share for UAMY on open. Selling another AMD, okay, for UAMY. Okay, got it. UAMY. SoFi about to break out and sprint for $40. SOFX for the win. Gotcha, Gary. Yep. IREN can't be stopped, in my opinion. Ridiggity. Okay, thank you. IREN. IREN. Ridiggity. Thank you very much. Do you feel the market is due to a correction? No. I am of a belief that the market is about to see an incredible run like it never has, believe it or not. And the reason I think so is because so much money currently, under all this fear of the tariffs and all the uncertainty that we've had with through the elections and not knowing who was going to win, and just the market and then you got tariffs after that that's kicked in and been beleaguering the market and holding it back. But during that whole time, money has been moving into money markets, and we are seeing 17 trillion or something in money markets right now. It's something absurd, because people in times of uncertainty that like the security of the money markets. So there's been a lot of uncertainty here and a lot of obscurity in the tariffs and the not knowing what the interest rates are going to be like, and inflation and jobs and blah, blah, blah. And so everybody's been moving money into these money markets. And it's just a pile of money sitting there, just sitting there. If we could just get these interest rates down and get the tariffs behind us, and if everybody happens to get $1,000 or $2,000 check in the mail because of these tariffs, that would spur this market to make even more of a move. And I think with these interest rates that we know the Fed is talking about dropping here back to back, because the jobs data favors an interest rate cut, and the chances of that now have risen to about 92% of at least a 0.25 rate cut coming. And I think somewhere around a 70% chance of another rate coming back to back. So we're going to have these rate cuts coming in. With each one, SoFi is going to make a move up, folks. And in case you didn't know, the United States government and Donald Trump the current administration wants to eliminate and get the government out of student loans. And there's trillions of dollars. I can't remember how much it was, 1.7 trillion or something in student loans that he wants to take off the books and give over to private entities. And SoFi will benefit from that in a big way, folks. Trust me. I've already saw how Anthony Noto responded to that, how they definitely would step up if these student loans become available. Well, think about this, folks. SoFi just got $2 billion handed to them about a year ago. And then they got another $5 billion handed to them from Blue Owl to put out to loans. And then they got another $2 billion commitment from Fortress. So they've got all these billions of dollars to loan out. And if the U.S. government's going to step away from student loans, then SoFi is going to benefit from that, folks. And of course, we've got crypto, which is going to be released coming right around the corner. It's just, right now, it's just a question. It's not a question of if, but when with the crypto for SoFi, okay? So anyway, let's take a look at some other stocks that I have on my viewer today, and we'll see which ones look like the most promising for day trading today. And the cool thing about this is when I click on each one of these, they're going to upgrade and show you the prices so you can follow the flow. So this is the first one I'm going to look at right here. All right. It's ADAP. ADAP. And it's updating right now. It just updated. ADAP. Let me refresh the screen now. And right now, flat. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. BIAF. BIAF. And we're going to look at the stock that was just called out this morning too, IREN. So let's look at BIAF. No movement at all. Now let's look at IREN. Ah, nice. There's one. Now, see, but this is not a day trader stock for average Joe, okay? Because you can only buy if you've got, let's say you got $6,700 and you could buy 1,000 shares of this stock. If it goes up, or let's say you have less. Let's say you have $674.30. You got $674.30, and you want to buy this stock right now. You can buy 100 shares. And if it goes up $1 per share, you'd make $100. But what if the price, if you had $674.30, but what if the price was $6 a share and $6.74 a share? Well, then you're not buying 100 shares. You're buying 1,000 shares at $6.74. And if the price goes up $1 from 6 to 7.74, you just made not 100, but you made $1,000. Do you understand? So for this reason, this is not a day trading stock, IREN. Looks like a very good long investment, maybe. Let's look at the 6-month chart. Holy crap. Man. Wow. And look at the volume increasing on this. Wow, that is a great looking stock. I have to tell you, that's a good call out right there. Even on the receding volume, the price is rising, folks. Whew. Wow. Man, that's a good stock there. You guys, you should take a look at that one, IREN, if you've got the money to get into it. All right. ES Claudia. Hey guys, guitar. Yeah. Does anyone know why the DXY pumping this week? Almost back to 100. I do not know anything about the DXY. Dylan Christ is laughing. Happy Riverboat says, hey-oh. Mike Snow, what's old Kathy Wood up to? She buys some more SoFi? Ridiculous. It means the U.S. currency is outperforming foreign currencies. Happy Riverboat. Great. Sometimes it's like that, Happy Riverboat says. What about the ticker symbol for the AI you just spoke about? I'm not sure which. Still liking VLT? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I still like DVLT. I sure do. I've not given up on DVLT. I can promise you that. I'm not giving up on this stock. Okay? It's being held at 230 for a reason, folks. And one of the things about DVLT, too, that you need to keep an eye on is what's going on with the volume with it, okay? What's going on with the volume? I want you to look over here. Look at the volume back here, back in August. Look at the volume in July and August. Okay, you see that low volume there? Well, it's extremely low because the price is only 50 cents. 300,000 times 50 cents, you're talking $150,000 traded that day. Just $150,000 traded. Do you see that? It's nothing, folks. $150,000 on this stock was traded July the 1st. Are you with me? And now look at it. Look here, as the price goes from 49 up to 50, then 40 down to 40. But look at the volume there. Now we're getting some millions every once in a while. And then, oh boy, look at the millions start. Oh, whoa, what happened here? See the volume? Oh boy, look out. 41 cents. I mean, just look at this. 41 cents, folks. 300 million shares. Well, if you look down here, the price was 70 cents. And you just had this eensy teensy volume on it at 70 and 80 cents. 70 and 80 cents, folks, just a few months back. You're talking early September, late August. 70 something cents. And then this thing fell and fell, and then all of a sudden this volume comes back into it, and it goes up over $1, and all this volume coming in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the stock that I'm talking about, is DVLT. And now here it's sitting at, it hit a spike high of 239 right here. 239. October the 7th. 239. 173 million shares. 72 million here, folks. 48 million. Is the volume going out of it? Yes, but it's still 48 million, folks. This thing only had a few thousand shares being traded. There were no eyes on this stock at all before. See that? But now you got 48 million traded a day. On any just hold on a second here. And here, as I look at this chart, I see the low of the day, and then I see a higher low, and now a higher accumulating low. And if I look at the 1 month chart, this is what I see. Practically just now 3 days of trying to just, and let's look at this 1 year chart. Okay. I saw a pullback here of 13 cents. I saw a pullback here of 13 cents. I saw a pullback here of 8 cents. I saw a pullback here of 28 cents. And I see a pullback here of 28 cents. Each of these pullbacks, and also I want you to see, look at the, when you look at these pullbacks, hold on a second here. Oh, I've got to get on this here. Hold on. I'm on the wrong page. Just give me a second here. Okay, here we go. So, again, when I'm looking at this chart, and let me make sure you guys can see this. Yes, everybody can see this. When I'm looking at this chart, I see this pullback here. That was, again, I know I've already done the math on this. This was a 13-cent pullback. This was a 12-cent pullback. This was an 8-cent pullback. This was, it went from 155 down to 132, folks, 133. So that was a 23-cent pullback. And then right here, we've seen it from 255. And here's my question. If they're going to take the price from 155, if they're going to take it from 155 down to 235, then don't you think they'll take it from 255 down to 235? And now they've got it at 230. So you're seeing right here where it is right now, a 5 cent drop more than this one here, right here. So this is, but the thing that you're seeing here that's more important than anything to notice about this chart that I'm going to show you is down here, this red line that's down here, the bottom red line, and the purple line. The red line is a 45-day moving average line. You can barely see it, but right below that 45-day is the 50-day. Right there. Look at that. That's the 50-day in purple down below. Okay? So you've got a 45-day moving average that just crossed over the 50-day moving average. And you've got a 10-day moving average and a 5-day moving average, which is separating from the 10-day. Look at the separation between the 5 here and the 10-day. And just look at the 10-day. It's just steadily rising. The 5-day steadily rising and increasing its pitch. And then you've got the 45-day over the 50-day. All moving averages crossing over each other and going higher. And every time they bring this current price down near the 10-day, boing, hits the 10-day, boing. Here they are at the 10-day. It's going to go boing, folks, because all the moving averages are rising, and the 45 is moving at a faster rate up than the 50-day purple line. Okay? Yeah, I still like DVLT. I've seen this before, folks. When you have all of the long moving averages after a triple crossover, thing for you to understand is right here, this is the first phase of a triple crossover beginning. There's the 200-day moving average, that green line. The green line is the 200-day moving average. So this is the first phase of a triple crossover. The price goes over. This is the second phase of a triple crossover when the 10-day average crosses that 200. So right now, we've had 1, and now we've had 2. And if we get this right here, 50-day moving average to cross the 200, that's a triple crossover. That's a golden cross, folks. And it's about to happen. You've got this price, and look at them try to bring it down to the 200, and it bounced off of it. This just crossed right over the 200 with just a little deviation right there, flattening, and then back up to the same angle. Same thing here. And look at the pitch on the 10-day go from this angle to now this angle. This is momentum, folks. This is momentum. And when you see the red line come up over the purple, you know what? I need to change the purple line here. Let me go in on the 1-day chart. Maybe I can separate these more, because I need to change that purple line. You can't see it. It's too dark. So let's go to the 1-day chart. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition right there. That is the definition of converge. This is consolidation and convergence. This is the definition of the word convergence. And listen, folks, I'm going to tell you something. Consolidation, convergence, and capitulation, all three of those C words favor longs. When this occurs, capitulation, consolidation, and convergence, this occurs, it favors longs 9 times out of 10. And this is convergence of the biggest significant. I mean, this is totally converged, this stock right now. Wow. That's crazy. Something seems weird about this chart. Hold on, let me refresh this screen. there. Holy smokes. This thing is completely converged, folks. What in the world? What? Wow. DVLT. Sheepers, creepers, people. Some wild looking. Crazy. All right. Well, that's some wild movement right there. This is going to be a crazy day, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one wild day. Okay, now, I want you to know somebody called out the stock this morning, IREN. And I'm also watching this stock that went ballistic on us yesterday, NUAI. I'd love to see him pull this back. I want to do some day trading on this one today. NUAI. Yesterday, man, this thing went bat crazy. Here's what happened yesterday, and we caught it. JP Panic called this stock out. And we bought it here and sold it here. Didn't we yesterday? We bought this stock here when JP called it out, and we sold it up here when I said, let's get out. Folks, I told you, one thing you got to do, you've always got to sell when the price gets to $2.97, $2.98, $2.99, $3. And when it got to 308, I told you, let's get out for sure, because these numbers are on my buy-sell sheet right here. So I told you guys, that's where we get out right there, and we did. Some of you got out there. Look at that, folks. Bought in down here. I bought it 192 is where I bought it. I bought it right here. Boom, on that dip is where I bought it, right there. Yesterday morning at 11 o'clock, JP told me about it. And right here on this dip is when I bought it. I got it at 192. And after that, whoa. JP Panic, yeah, he called that out yesterday morning. And, Payush Bhakta. What a great call out. Nicely done. The Blue Baron, Trump didn't win the Node Peace Prize. Happy Riverboat, good morning. The Blue Baron, AMD, yes. Yeah, antimony. I had to look it up. It's an element that is used in a wide variety of products, okay? Antimony 5.1 is a lustrous, brittle, silvery white metalloid found in nature, primarily as stibnite, historically used in cosmetics and as medicine. Got it. Big day for the Tigers. That's right. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Stack 'em high. Good morning. Now a key component in flame retardants. Okay. Lead alloys for batteries and solders and in ceramics, glass and paints. Gotcha. Thank you, Gary. Not just tariffs, currency debasement. That's true too. ETH 64, that is right. Record inflow from retail. Yep. JP Panek, you're saying record inflow from retail. Are you saying into a specific stock or just the market itself? Cat, I'm not saying to buy, but have a low GWH. It's pumping up in pre-market, still rising, up 110%. Whew. All right, that's crazy. GWH. Well, that means they'll probably halt it then. All right, the most common applications for technology are in alloys, lead. Okay, got it. I already got that. Uh, Yep. ETH 64 says $2,000 checks would be like COVID stimulus all over again and market speculation. Yep. United States Antimony Corporation produces and sells antimony, zeolite, and precious metals in the United States and Canada. Okay. You're in a Kuzunoa. You're in a cult. Blue Oyster Cult, Rick Hard. There you go. Sweet, Rick. Secured a sole source 5-year contract worth up to $425 million from U.S. Defense Logistics Agency to supply antimony metal, BITF 446. Wowzers, yeah, baby. Gary Edwards' 1.5 billion market cap. This could 10 times with the surging demand for bullets and ever increasing price of gold and silver. Thank you, Gary. Well, what's the stock symbol? Good morning, Kat. Up 6.34% in pre. All right, Gary. I'm going to triple my stake in it on open. What symbol, please? Good time to sell. Yeah. Net5 says, yeah. Good morning. BITF should get to 480, then 544. JP Panek. Oh, boy. Look at Wolf. Vince Langford. All right. Will do. WOLF. And Vince Langford. Thank you. All right. I got it. So we're going to look at all these stocks that people have called out this morning. Let's take a look at SoFi first, because this is our main stock that I've been starting this channel and everybody still is checking out. SoFi up 18 cents. Very nice. Continuing its climb to 29 and 30 and beyond. Oh, yeah, we're going to be at $33 on earnings day. And I told you folks that it was going to rise, and SoFi was going to rise and rise from 5 days ago. I just told you after that takedown, it was just going to rise and rise like it always does. A lot of people were worried when they saw SoFi go down 8%. But then I said, I want you to go look at something, folks. And I told everybody to look at SoFi's history. And I went to the 1-year chart. And I showed them, look at the rundown before earnings, right here before earnings, and then look where the price was by earnings day. So this is what I showed everybody about SoFi. They do it all the time. So here, look at this. Earnings day was going to be at the May the 1st. Well, look at the rundown at the beginning and the end of April. Look at the rundown at the first week of April when that earnings was going to come out in May. So I said, folks, look at the last earnings here. And that's not all. There was a rundown right here before the January earnings release. And January earnings came out here. So I said, so look at the rundown and then look at it go up $4. Daggum, I hate that thing getting in my way. Get out of my way, you stupid freaking thing. Jeez. Let me just move to this here. So this is what I told everybody about SoFi when they were all worried about it a week ago. And now I'm going to go to the 1-year chart. There. Okay. So you can see with SoFi's history, ladies and gentlemen, that they were going to have an earnings report come out and in October, the end of October. So right here, they ran it down. They ran the price down. And then by October the 1st, bam, there was the price. And then I said, now come back over here and look. Here was going to be earnings at the end of January. So what did they do? They ran the price down. They ran the price down right here, December, in the mid-December. But by January, when the earnings call, look at the rundown. But look where they ran it go up to by January. Look at this, folks. This was going to be the earnings January 30th. So look at that rundown before earnings, and then by earnings day, bam! Look where the price was. See that rundown there? I told everybody this is so common. Every time, folks, big rundown, then the earnings call comes out, then the big rundown, and then earnings call comes out. And then over here, look at this big rundown in April, and then earnings comes out at May the 1st. Then look over here in July. Look right here, rundown, first part of July, and then or by earnings day, July 31st, look where the price was. July 31st, look where the price was. So I told people this is so common to see this rundown. So run it down, and then what do? Run it up, and by earnings, I told you it was going to be up here. I told you it would. I told you that. I said, this is what they do every time, folks. This is what they do every time. Don't worry about it. I said, here's the rundown before, and then this is where earnings was. And then here's the rundown here, massive. And then look where earnings will be. I told you. So I was right. And you guys know I was right about that. So congratulations to all of you who didn't panic and sell. Once again, I keep people from selling out of fear and panic because the market's being manipulated. And I showed you they do this all the time. People just chill out, buy more, and relax is what I said. And exactly what I told you would happen happened. Look now, it's got the praying mantis going on. That's a praying mantis formation, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That thing is going to be biting heads off of males and just devouring them. Oh my gosh. It screwed them right there, and now it's going to bite their heads off and feed the babies, the eggs. That's the praying mantis, folks. The SoFi, the mantis formation. All right, so we're going to look at some stocks this morning that have been called out right now. And but I want to also look at others, many others that I've got on the chart. So let's do this one first. That was called out early this morning. IREN. IREN. Okay, the stock I'm looking for is IREN. This is called out, and I love the look of this. Now, the reason I like this so much, folks, is because look at the one-year chart on this stock. Look at that. IREN. Now, it's expensive, folks. And this isn't really a great stock for day trading, but I would recommend that you get into this and hold it long. Okay? IREN. Good. That's a good call out there by this individual. Look at the volume increasing and increasing on it. Look at the volume building and building and building and building. The IREN. So that's a good call out there. I'd consider getting some of that and going long on it. Ridiggity called that out. Good call out there. Now we're going to look at another one that was called out this morning. Just a little bit ago. WULF. WULF. And by the way, I told you guys about this stock about a week ago. I told you about this stock a week ago. There it is, 5 days up 25%. IONI. Now, what I told you about it was they were going to do a reverse split. And after that reverse split, you want to buy it. Okay? Just keep your eye on that stock. I would not buy it now because they're going to do a reverse split. All right? Well, let's just put it this way. Catfish thinks it's going to do a reverse split, and I'll just leave it at that. You can watch it, folks. Keep your eye on it. Please. BITF, I told you folks here on this channel to buy this stock when it was $2 a share. Congratulations for all of you that bought in on and I want to know, BITF, I want to start a poll right now. Did any of you buy BITF on my recommendation? That's what I want to know. Did any of you buy BITF when I suggested it months ago? All right, that's what I want to know. And start poll. %50 of my viewers say yes right now. Okay. Well, you can see where it is now. 453. I'm not allowed to talk about Rivian stock. My son works for that company. WULF. That's a nice run on that one going. That's a good number to buy in, too. Although they're starting to make 72 and 73 kind of an accumulation point. That's a good call out. Let's see here. Because I just started following you, LOL. Happy Riverboat. By the way, this morning, folks, it's 8:08 right now. Can we hit the like button right now to 8:08 and 48 seconds? Let's do this, folks, at 8:08 and 48 seconds, please. Let's all hit the like button at the same time at 8:08 and 48 seconds, if you wouldn't mind. I'd be very grateful if we all do it at the same time. And let's put some love on the screen until then, okay? Let's get some love on the screen, and we'll start the countdown right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit that like button, please. Thank you, and let's see some love on the screen. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, SoFi is about to go completely ballistic, in my opinion. I believe SoFi is about to go completely ballistic. What the heck is going on here? There we go. All right, I can see this. I'm trying to make sure what you guys see, I see, because my camera always wants to zoom in on me sometimes. There's no like button on YouTube for your stream? Well, it's got 25 likes on it right now, so I don't believe that. But maybe on your format for some reason, maybe you should If you're on your phone, maybe try restarting it. Payush Bhakta. Hey Payush, did you see that you're on Hurricane Lopez's headlines? He says, I'm on a tablet. Ah, that's wild. I wonder why there's no like button. He's got you there. I told everyone about it this morning, and I got your fish. You're hung up here. You're hung up here. You're on there now. Right there. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. There you are, Payush. You're there. There's your catfish. On the wall of fame. Thank you so much. And look at these top donations ever. Jamie Matt, 500. Regina, he used to be the highest one, $200. That was Jeremy. But anyway, thank you all for your sending your contributions and becoming members of the tank. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, Gary Inwards, you got your catfish up there. I got right here Rusty Prater. He's eating David Chiaverini. That's David Chiaverini in there. Yes. All right. And by the way, yes, I am a musician. I have many, many, many guitars, and I do play them here during the daytime sometimes, and we do songs. I have all kinds of catfish t-shirts, a lot of catfish t-shirts over here, folks. You can get yourself a catfish t-shirt on my channel if you go to catfishtyler.com. Catfishtyler.com. But yeah, I've got a really nice Alvarez artist edition right here, 12 string. I've got a football signed by Jim Kelly right there. Yeah, and then I've got a beautiful, this one here is one of my favorite for tone. This is a Seagull. This guitar right here is a fabulous, fabulous guitar, and I had it custom designed. This is the tone on this guitar is just unbelievable. But anyway, yeah. So, hey, if you like music, subscribe to my music channel. I have 125 songs, and they're all originals you can listen to on Spotify and Apple Music and Google. Dennis Angelotti says, I play too. All right. Yes. Well, if you want to help this channel, come over to my channel, my music channel on Spotify, and help me grow my music channel and subscribe to it and start streaming my music. And while you're learning to day trade, you can be listening to all of my songs right here. Here's my playlist. This is me right here. And you can just start listening to all my songs that I have. Well, I have about half of my songs on Spotify and Apple Music and Google Play. And my record label is DistroKid. And these are all the countries where my music is playing right now. Right now. My music is playing all over the place in Austria and Great Britain and in Canada and in the Philippines and all over the world. A lot in the U.S., of course, but New Zealand and Mexico and Philippines and Great Britain, all over the world. And then there's my current total for this duration, for this time period. And folks, you got to play a lot of music when you're getting paid this much per song play to add up to that much, okay? You got to have a lot of music playing when you're only getting paid this much per song, and then you got to sell a lot of songs, okay? You got to have a lot of songs playing. And I do. So I hope you'll come over and listen to my music. And you can see all of my different songs here that are being played every single day. And I have a whole bunch of them. And I hope you'll enjoy my music while you're listening and streaming and learning how to day trade with me. Okay. And so, anyway, just wanted to show that to you. And now we're going to get back to trading here. And I can see exactly what you're seeing on the screen here. So let's take a look at SoFi this morning. And I got some more big news for you about big buys on SoFi. Unbelievable, folks. We're just seeing unbelievable buying like we've never seen before. I've never, ever seen this kind of buying going on with SoFi in my lifetime. And if you'll give me just a second here, this is my store right here, catfishtyler.com. And you can get all kinds of catfish t-shirts and catfish merchandise, catfish coffee mugs. And not the hat I have on, I don't have on here, but I can order it for you if you get your name drawn and or if you become a monster level, a Goliath level member. And you can get all these stocks that I hold long, folks. I want you to see, if you want to get this list of stocks that I hold long right here, if you want to get this list of stocks that I have that I hold long, and I want you to see how much the returns have been, become a member of this channel and you'll be able to get returns over the last year. Here are the returns of the stocks I have on this list of all the stocks I hold long. And I've held these stocks, many of them, for over 5 and 10 years. Look at the gains over just the last year on this list. If you become a member at the monster level, you'll get this list. If you become a member at the Goliath level, you'll get this list and you'll be able to edit the list. You'll have edit capabilities and you can create your own stocks and put your own stocks in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that these are the returns on all of my long held positions. And yesterday I asked on the channel how many of you had watched and had bought into these stocks that I'm holding long. And 40% of my viewers out of 250 said they had bought the stocks that I had on this list. So, wow. And I mean, I asked, have you bought these stocks over the last 2 years? And they said yes. So over the last years, this is the returns that they've been getting just by becoming members of this channel and buying and getting this list of the stocks that I hold long, everyone. So, and you can see right there, look at the top, one of the biggest positions held, BITF, people, BITF. And these are all, I'm just showing you a few of the stocks right there. That's a sneak peek at some of them. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, man, these are the stocks performance over the last year. This is over the last 5 days, over the last 10 days, over the last 30 days, and over the last year. Every one of these setup is 5 days, 10 days, 30 days, and over the last year. And here is their market cap and PE ratio. I have that over here too. So, and these are all sheets I created myself, Google Sheets. I'll send them to you. I'll send them to you if you become a monster or Goliath level member, okay? And there's many others. I have dividend paying stocks too, a list of 75 dividend paying stocks. This is them right here. And you can just pick and choose which ones, you can tell which ones are going down and which ones are going up, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to get in on. So these are dividend paying stocks, and look over the last 30 days, some of the returns, and they're paying awesome dividends. Okay. I mean, some of these stocks are up 38, 79%, and they're paying dividends. Everyone on this list is paying dividends, folks. And you can pick and choose which one you want to get in on based on how it's looking lately. Some of these even show you that they've just been really run down, and you can see when they start to recover as well by the process I have here on these. I also show you the price change on the day over on the left. I show you the percentage change, not just the price change in pennies or dollars, but over here, the percentage change during the day. And I show you the price 5 days ago, 10 days ago, and 30 days ago. So you can track all of these stocks and cherry pick the ones you want. Cherry pick the ones you want based on the price going up, 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 or down, down, down. It's a pretty cool chart, folks. And if you want it, you can become a member at the Monster or Goliath level, and it'll be yours. All right. So stocks that we've been buying and holding here lately long, and some we've traded and gotten in and out of. I want to say thank you very much yesterday to Piyush Bhatta for calling out the stock NUAI. NUAI. And he called it out in the morning before the run took off. So we got to buy it in. We got to buy in on that thing and make a freaking 80% gain. I sold out before it even got close to its highest high, but I was already up. I'd already doubled my money. I said, I don't need any more. I'm good. I'm not going to get greedy. Gary, Piyush Bhatta, yeah, he's our most valued member now, says Gary. Yep, I've donated like 15 members in the past. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I've seen that, and I appreciate that. It helps the channel a lot. And these people get a chance to sample. When you buy those memberships for them, they get a chance to sample the benefits of being a member by getting the notifications on stocks that are going to run up. And so thank you for doing that, because people get to get their toes in the water a little bit and see what it's like to be a member of this channel and get those notifications on stocks that run up in the after hours. I send them out all the time and say, people, this thing's gone up 30% in after hours. Sell right now. Let's get out. You know, so it's important to become a member for many reasons. A stock we're looking at this morning is IREN. I would highly suggest you pick up, if you're a long investor and don't want to day trade, you get some IREN stock, okay? The reason I say that is because I can show you this chart right here. This is IREN's chart over, and look at it up. Over the last 6 months, it's up 982%. And look at the volume pouring in. IREN. The stock is IREN. I like it a lot. All right, I like it a lot. IREN. Just letting you see it. You can make your own decisions on what you want to do. But let me pull up this chart. And look at all the futures, folks. Futures. Look how they tried to wash them all out. Wash it out. Wash it out. Fleece it out. Futures look good, folks. Futures look good. But I really like this chart. And this is a perfect example of metering pullbacks. I talked about it early this morning. Determine how much that drop is. Determine how much that drop was. Determine how much that drop was. Is there a pattern? Determine how much was that drop right there. And it looks very similar to that drop right there. So you can use these to tell how far they'll pull this thing down just by the history of it. How often, man, look at this thing. See that? I'll show you this. 21.31, and they dropped it down to 18. They dropped it $3. 21.31, and they dropped it $3. 23.10, and they dropped it to 22.10. They dropped it $1. $30, and dropped it to 25.66. And look how they got that number at 25.66, folks. Accumulated on the 25.66, and then took the dang thing up $6 from what price? From $25, they took it all the way up to what? 33, 34. Wow, $9 rise off of that 666 2666 accumulation. So this is the stock, folks. It's called IREN, okay? IREN. And man, oh man, look at that 45-day leaving the 50-day average. Wow, look at the 200 on that. Look at the volume on this. IREN, folks. And we owe it to Ridiggity for calling this stock out. and I would look to buy it on any dip of about $3 or a $2 dip is what I would do. Okay. But that thing is ripping, folks. IREN. Off to the moon, baby. All right, I'm just showing it to you. IREN. You can decide what you want to do. Maybe wait for a pullback on it, okay? But man, that's an impressive looking chart right there. That's an impressive looking chart. I certainly wouldn't buy it right here because from 68, they're going to want to try to pull it back down to 69, probably 69, 66. I could put orders in right now at, I would put them in at 67, 66, 67, 76, and 67, 77, 67, 86, 84, 67, 87, 67, 88. Because once it goes over this, they at least will bring it down to 67.93. See, once it bumps that 68 and goes a little over, they'll take it down to at least 67.93. And usually a minimum of the 67.97. But I say 67.93. See, there it is. Bam, 67.93. You can see it. Boom. Just there where I called it. And now you're going to see it possibly go to 67.88. And maybe even to 67.77. Look at it. See, I just told you there. You don't want to buy there at that 68 number because they're going to take it down to 67.88 again, 67.89, or minimum 67.93. Oh yeah, look at it dropping. Here comes the 67.88 right now. 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, 67.88. Right now. Boom. There we go, 67.84, and I even called that number out, and there it is. And next will be 67.77, and they probably will take it down to 67.72. Anyway, I'm just showing you. You can believe me or not. Anyway, so, but that's a fairly decent looking stock. We also had one called out this morning, WULF. And I got so many pages opened up here that it's not, I'm going to have to close some because I can't see these. So let me close some of these. Let me close some of these windows. Someone called out this stock yesterday, SES. Someone called this out yesterday, SES, and it is up 7% or was. Let's take a look at it again now. Oh, it's up another 5%. Nice call out on this one. Whoever called out SES yesterday, and I didn't write your name down, but that was a good call out on SES. Whoever called that out, nice. But I would never buy it at 313. Sell it there, folks. Again, this is an example of where you sell. You sell this number. This is on my sell sheet, not my buy sheet. Sell. And the next number you're going to sell at is going to be 13, 18, 19, and 20. 3, 18, 19, and 20. But I would have sold right there at 313. I'd be selling right now. I'd be selling this stock. And I'd look for a pullback down to 297 from 313 or at least 308. It'll drop to at least 308. Usually 308, 301, 297, even 292. 288 after the market opens, put buy orders down in there. All right. Because I'm telling you, and at 320, you should be selling it for sure if you own this stock because it'll go down from 320 to a minimum of 308. You can watch it. You can watch it, folks, what I'm talking about. You can watch it take place. That might be a good stock to day trade today, folks. That might be a very good stock to day trade right there. But if it goes up to the 13, you usually want to sell there. I'm just telling you, folks, in case you're not aware of it. EDGM, someone called out. That won't work. But someone did call out WULF. WULF. So I want you to take a look at this morning too, folks. WULF. They've settled it at 1472. They like to accumulate there, so we'll see. But This is the stock, WULF. Someone called it out this morning. I want to thank you very much, Vince Langford, for calling that out. Someone else also called out SMTK. SMTK. Let's take a look at it. Nice gain yesterday, 9%. Okay, this one we want to watch this morning for a little fleecing and see if they take it down to 197, okay? SMTK, 188 they might even try for after the market opens. Who knows for sure? This stock only had 1,700,000 shares traded in it. Averages 128,000 a day. So I don't usually like stocks like that, okay? I don't like stocks with that kind of volume. Too low, too low. So that would not be one I'm interested in. We need to have more eyes on a stock than that. So I'm not going to get you into that one. All right. Just give me a second here. We were talking about RR here recently. We're just going to take a quick look at RR. That looks promising this morning. RR looks promising this morning. Get over here. WULF. See, I don't like stocks that the symbols don't match the, that starts with a T, Terra Wolf. I don't like a symbol that doesn't match the letter, start letter. I never do like them because they're hard for people to look up. If they hear Terra Wolf, they're going to look for T something. Okay, we're looking at APLD this morning. Someone called this one out yesterday. APLD. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, look at the jump on APLD this morning. APLD, someone called this out yesterday. APLD was called out yesterday. I'm not sure who it was. Holy smokes, APLD. Wow. Well, congratulations, those of you that are holding APLD. Now, I also have a poll going. Make sure you answer the poll. Did any of you buy BITF when I suggested it months ago? And look at how many of you people have said yes. 35% of my viewers said yes, they bought BITF months ago. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, look at BITF now. Look at it. You bought it in the $2 range, ladies and gentlemen. You bought BITF in the $2 range. And look at it this morning. Hold on a minute. I thought that was BITF there. Hold on. Let me put it in here. Here it is. Just look at Alexa, call David Sunday.
Calling Dave Sunday's mobile.
$4.44 a share this morning, folks, and you bought it at $2 with me. Yes.
Happy Friday, Catfish.
All right. What's happening? What's happening, Double D?
Well, just heading through the rainy weather down in the sunny state of FLA.
All right. Yes.
And heading in, looking good, though, looking good. It's a lovely day.
Yes, it is.
I just wanted to chat with you for a few seconds, and if it's possible, if you could give me a call sometime in the next, 45 minutes or so, I'd appreciate it.
Man, I sure wish I could, but there's just no way until my wife gets up, and she's not up yet. But if she gets up, I'll use her phone because I can't. Well, I'm streaming now.
I understand.
I've been streaming since.
I understand.
Yeah, I've been streaming since 6:48 this morning. 6:48 this morning, I started streaming, And tomorrow's the big
All
wedding.
right.
Yeah, tomorrow's the big wedding. So I'm not might not get to stream all day today. We'll see for sure. But tomorrow's the big day, and tonight we got all the practice. I don't know. We're all staying in hotels tonight there and next to the venue, and then tomorrow it's the big day for Alex's wedding. So anyhow, well,
Beautiful.
I know I saw the information you sent me about that stock, but I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit confused because you told me that it was going to do a reverse split. Now I see it's gone up.
Hey, hold it. That's what I was going to talk to you about, please.
Okay.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So I'm just going to, and nobody else knows what stock we're talking about. They don't know what you're talking about. They have no idea what stock I'm talking about. But I want you to know that, I was a little confused. And I saw, since we mentioned it and talked about it a week ago, the damn thing's up 20% already. But still, I'm not wanting people to get in, because if they do that, then, but anyway, we'll talk. Let me just, you guys just hold on a second, guys. I'm going to put you on mute for a minute, folks that are listening, and I'll be right back. All right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right. I got what I need from Dave, and so anyway, let's keep an eye on this BITF, or maybe skimming a little profit, folks, because if you're up 100%, man, whew, that's a big gain. So congratulations for those of you who got in on BITF with me. Now, another stock that I want to keep an eye on today is BMEA, and it's down a penny right now, but no big deal. Just give me a second here. Here we go. All right. Now, another stock we have our eyes on this morning is HIVE. HIVE. Keep your eyes on this one too, people. A nice little pop this morning, up over $7 to $7.24. Nice. Very sweet. That's nice. HIVE looking good, everybody. Looking good today. Congratulations if you bought that stock too. All right. Did any of you buy BITF? Okay, yep, I've got 57. Look at my question this morning, folks, if you're here with me now. Did any of you buy BITF? Good morning, Blockchain Metal. Welcome to the channel. HDisjabber is a big club, and we are not in it. That's not true. Morning, DVLT is down. Are you buying? Yep. Give him time, NH Funny. Oh, he will. What's this? Why don't you tell us about that secret stock you're hiding? Drew, NH Funny Farm, $2. Have you made money with cats? Share the love. Thank you, NH Funny Farm. All right. NH Funny Farm gets his name on the list of contributors today. Merci beaucoup. And if there happen to be any other French-speaking people here, bonjour, je suis très content que vous êtes ici avec moi aujourd'hui. J'espère que vous avez un bon temps ici. And if there's any Spanish-speaking people out there, hola, buenos dias, mi amigos and mi amigas. Muchas gracias por ustedes estar aquí conmigo hoy. And if you speak Creole, très content, ouais, ici, avec moi aujourd'hui à tout le monde. That's right. Si c'est possible, ou capable de parler créole, et ou comprendre ça m'a dit ou qu'on y est là. I happen to speak these languages because I lived down in the Caribbean, in Haiti for a few years, working with, helping the people down there when I was a kid. And had a very good experience there. Merci pour tout travail. Ah, oui, oui. Oui, il y a quelqu'un qui parle français. NH Funny Farm has lots of runs like APLD, just a different sector. PATH, look at PATH, Drew Proctor. All right, let me write it down. Well, I'm looking for a good runner, that's for sure. So hold on here a minute. PATH. While we look across the globe for good runner possibilities, PATH. Let's put that in. PATH. All right. Okay. 18% up yesterday and still riding up a little. Nice. What's the 1 month? Wow, 55% up over the last month. Whew. Holy smokes. Look at this thing, folks. Dang. What's up with the volume on this stock, though? PATH. So going back to October, 6 million, 3 million, 12 million, 4 million, 10 million, 5 million, 11 million, 15, 30, 10, 6, 17 million, 8, 12 million, 11, 6 million, 6 million, 11, 12. I bet you this thing's swinging all over the place. I bet you this thing is swinging everywhere. Let me go look at this just from those numbers. Yep, it is. Yep. Let's see here. From this low of 12.10, 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days up, 4 days up, 4 days up. And then how many days down? 1 day down, then 1 day up, then 1 day down, 1 day up, 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, down 5, 6 days, up 5 or 6, down 5 or 6, up 5 or 6, up more now, up more, down to 12 again, 12, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14, a spike. Okay. Looking at these highs, 14s, 15s, 14s, 15s, 14s, 15s, 14s, 13s, back to the 12s. Oh, shit. When is this? March. This is going to drop even more, folks, because we're coming to April, down in the 10s. This is going to be early April, probably into the 9s. Yep, down in the 9s during April. This is the early April. This is right here is a tariff Independence Day. Independence Day. 979. 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 12s, 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 13s, 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 12s, 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 13s, 12s, 12s. Man, this thing doesn't move much. Look at it. It's only trading, 13 cents there. 13 cents there. That only traded 11 cents that day. 11 cents, 11 cents that day. 3 cent change from high to low that day, folks. 1 cent. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the high. Here's the high. I started to say, what the hell? So look at the difference between the high and the lows each day. 33 cents. 26 cents. 30 cents. 38 cents. So this stock is swinging from 30 cents a day, and it's in the $10 range. It's definitely not worth day trading. Now let's look here. What's the swings? Okay. Now we're getting to 60-cent swing a day. Okay. And here again, just a 30-cent swing. Listen, if there's a pattern of 30 cents every day, then just learn that and trade it when it moves 30 cents. Here it moved a $1.10 swing. Man, that's a bigger swing. Nice, a $2 swing yesterday. Whew. And let me tell you what they did. Yesterday, let me tell you what they did. This stock opened at 16.44 and they ran it down 25 cents. And then it went to 18.74 and it closed 19 or 13 cents off the high. DVLT is at 222. Thank you. Yeah, saw that yesterday too. Some buys there yesterday too. Yep. That's a good place to buy some, in my opinion. Let me close out some of these windows here. And let me get logged on. Let me get logged on here. Please hold a minute. Look at APLD, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, up 28% now this morning. It was up even more a little bit ago. So let me get logged into Charles Schwab here. Okay. Just give me a second here. And folks, while I'm logging in here to Charles Schwab, have a look over the stocks that I'm holding long right now. Look at the gains on these stocks that I'm holding long. And you can have a copy of this list if you become a Goliath or a monster level cat. You can have a copy of this list. All right. Yeah, this is my list of stocks that I hold long. Take a look at those gains over the last year. The green column on the right. This shows you the price is rising on these stocks. And look at the last year. And over on the far right, you've got the market cap and the PE ratio. Just look at these gains, folks, and you can have this list of these stocks if you become a monster level cat member or Goliath level member. I've only got 2 stocks on this list that have gone down over the last year. Just look at all these gains on these stocks over the last year. Only 2 red. The rest are just up massively over the last year. These are all the stocks that I hold long, and everybody's been getting these since they became members of the tank. And I asked yesterday how many people have bought stocks on my long list, and almost half of them said they had. 280 people, I think, responded to that. So if you want this list of the stocks I hold long, join the tank as a member at the monster level, and you'll get the list. And at Goliath level, you'll get the list, and you can change the list. And this morning I asked, did any of you buy BITF when I suggested it months ago? And 30% of my viewers said yes. All right. We've got 64 folks. So around 25 people bought BITF when I suggested it months ago. Nice. Congratulations, everyone. Now I see my phone is all zoomed in real tight. You can't see anything again, so I'll pull it back so you can see. And I got to get this code off my phone, so just hold on a second. I'll be right back. Ready? Ellis, you're ready for your list. Ellis, I'm still waiting on an email to come in from you. I haven't seen your email. I've been checking. Please email me at the top email there, okay? Please email me, and I'll send you the list. All of the lists, but you got to email me. I haven't seen any email from you yet, or at least I hadn't. I don't know if I don't know, last night I couldn't check because I had to go to the wedding rehearsal. But send me please to an email so I can send you all the files and all the spreadsheets, and I will. Okay. So let me get this security code off my phone, and I'll get logged in. Please hold on a second. All right. Okay, we're logging in here. And I'm green today, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, we're green. We're making a little money today. And I got a couple grand in this account that I want to buy with. The one stock that I'm up on the most right now is HIVE. HIVE. And OMEX is also up 3.4% today. OMEX. So HIVE and OMEX and SoFi I'm up on. So, but we're trying to. And by the way, if you want to listen to all my music, there's my name right there. Get onto your music provider and subscribe to my music channel and start streaming. I got about 70 songs on there, and I think you'll really like it. I think you'll like it a lot. All right. So some stocks that we're watching this morning. Of course, we always have our eye on our beautiful SoFi stock. And SoFi had big institutional buying again yesterday. So I'm going to show you some very interesting data. Just give me a second here. And let me get moved over to where the pictures are I want. And just so you can see what's about to happen tomorrow night, we did our rehearsal last night. So this is our rehearsal. We're going to be in a venue that's going to be outdoors. And I took a bunch of pictures. And there's my daughter right there, and her dad. Now I'm her stepfather, so that's her dad. He's going to walk her down and do the here she is, take her away. And everybody had a good time there. We had a very good time, and it's going to be a lot of fun here tomorrow night for our wedding. If you want to donate like Brunette or Di did, and I got him a card for her, then make your donations at this right here. You can do it to Cash App or Venmo or right through the channel down in the dollar bill sign below the stream. If you want to help send us a gift for my daughter, then you can send the money to Cash App for money owed or Venmo for money owed, and then we will certainly give a donation to her on your behalf and get you a card to put the money into. So at any rate, for those of you that are interested in the wedding fund, if you will, then we'd appreciate it if you want to send us a little bit in a token to hand to her and her husband. And so we had a lot of fun. There they are right there. There they are. Getting ready to get hitched, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. And some of you have heard me talk about my son, Nick, and he's right there in the gray shirt. He's looks like a linebacker for the Detroit Lions. Or maybe more of a lineman. Maybe more of a lineman. But anyway, I just wanted to show you some pictures of our little wedding get-together, the rehearsal we had last night. And I've got some other pictures for you, don't worry. And just give me a second here. And I see my camera's all zoomed in again. I was trying to show you where to send the money on the Cash App, and you can't even see it. And so I guess I'll go back to it so you guys can actually see the daggum thing, because nobody could see that at all. I just saw. So here's where you can send it to. And hopefully this time you can actually see where to send your donations if you want to. Because I saw my camera's got this auto feature of zooming in, and I can't tell. Even when I'm looking at my screen, it doesn't let me know that it's zoomed in. So there it is. There's where you can send your donations if you so choose. And we would be very grateful. I need to get over here to YouTube here and get this stream going over here on this other computer so I can see what you guys are looking at. There we go. All right. And we're going to skip this ad, and we're up and running. Okay, so now I can see that you can see. This is where you can send your payments to if you want to. And again, I encourage you to come on over and give me a listen on my music channel and while we're streaming, and I teach you how to day trade. If you want to learn how to day trade today, I'm going to be showing you using Charles Schwab's platform. Using Charles Schwab's platform. And so this morning, some stocks that we have on our watch list and stocks that I happen to be holding. Let's see, where did I put my list of stocks that I'm holding right now? Here we are. Found it. See that ADAP just getting pounded. But some other stocks that we have on our list this morning is, in case you weren't aware, BITF. BITF, ladies and gentlemen, we're up very nicely on BITF this morning. Very nicely indeed. Congratulations, everyone. And I just sold some at 444, 445. And it was even higher this morning already. It went up to 450. So I sold 447, 48, 49, and 450. So that's where I've been selling this morning, BITF, in case you aren't aware, because all of those numbers are on my buy-sell sheet. So I sold 43, 44, 47, 48, 49 this morning. And just letting you know that. BMEA, let's take a look at it, see what it's doing now. Down 3 cents. That's nothing at all. Coming over here to DVLT. Just got swooshed out good before the market opened. Ran the price down to $2.1908. $2.1908, folks. The low of the day, $2.1908. Nice. Now already back up to 223s. Yep, 224 now. All right. Well, somebody wanted in on it. Somebody wanted in on it this morning before the market opened. Also, we're looking at here today at Buru, ladies and gentlemen, BURU. Can you see that? BURU up 8.92%. BURU. And I'm sitting on 411 shares of it. Oh, God, not again, Charles Schwab. Are you shitting me? God dang it. Oh, my gosh, it's Charles Schwab. Out again, folks. Charles Schwab out again today. Not working. Good Lord. What is going on with them? Let me check something out here. One of our cat members has sent me something here. Haha. Good morning, beautiful. Was I quiet enough this morning? All right. Apparently, I passed the quiet test this morning. Anyway, all right, let's get back over here and see what we're going to trade today. I got to get logged in again, though, folks, so please hold on a minute. Rates as low as 5.20 APR, 10 best online personal loans. All right, here we go. Mortgage rates are dropping, folks. That'll help SoFi a lot. Just give me a second here because I got to get logged into Charles Schwab again now. Stupid thing and down again. Dadgummit. Okay. All right, they're going to ask me for a password here. While we're waiting on me to get this login password, let's play one of my songs. Let's do this one called Played That Way.
Never thought $100 could get me 3.
You guys are going to get to see Catfish.
Birthday, sweetheart. I got you a
You
present.
guys, hold on.
It's for a doctor's appointment.
I know. We're both going today, so we can learn more about respiratory.
What the heck is going on here, Skip?
What's RSV?
Stanley, it's a virus that can be serious for older people. And
What
if you
is,
catch
where
it,
is this
it could
coming
wipe
from?
out the
So there's no gift?
Stanley, I'm giving you the gift of health. What more could you want?
Well, how about a watch?
What the heck is playing here?
RSVandme.com. Sponsored by GSK.
Please hold, everybody.
This is the sound of Jack. Buzz cutting his way to a small.
I have no idea where this music is, where this sound is coming from. I have to turn my speaker off because something just started playing here. I don't know what, where. Please hold, folks. I got to find out what's playing here on my channel. Okay, that's playing. That's not going to need to be on there. That must have been what was playing right there. Just give me a moment here, folks. I'm trying to clear out some of these pages. Okay. I'm going to close that out. Just give me a minute here, folks. OMEX is up today. OMEX is starting to make a move and up over $3. Someone called this stock out yesterday, ZETA. I don't see much going on with that one. Okay, this song here, I'm going to take a break and go refresh my... Where is this music playing?
I'd kill a kitten to save a human being.
Aha! I just found out where this music's playing. It's on Spotify, where my music is. If you want to go hear my music on Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play, there's my name and there's my music. Stream it while you're learning how to day trade with me today, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll like what you hear, I think. I got a lot of songs out there, and this is going to be one of them right now. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my coffee filled up. I'll be right back in 5 minutes, folks. This is me back in 1993. Little rock and roll.
Are you still wearing enough layers to insulate
Yeah, a
Alaska?
little bit of rock and roll for you. From Catfish Tyler. In my days in the rock and roll band. All right. We're back and we're ready to trade, folks. Nice. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Everybody get all warmed up. Morning, Dewey. With all these stocks being called out this morning. RKLB up $70, up over 5%. Yes, nice. RKLB, folks. I've been telling you about that one. Long time been telling you about that. Watching SoFi right now. More big institutions buying yesterday on SoFi. Yes, there were. And I'm going to show you right now. You just give me a second here. And thank you, Lord, for the ceasefire over in Israel. Oh, we needed to see that. The ceasefire has begun in Israel. So thank you, Lord, for that. I want you to know that this morning or yesterday, Tanner put up this video yesterday. SoFi stock Q3 earnings estimates just jumped up 50%. What are the facts? Now, I also want you to see something else here from trending stocks. I spelled it wrong. Will it still pick it up? Yes, it will. There we go. Look at this yesterday. Shorts returned 8.09 million. And big money buying again, 173 million, folks. Listen, this is unprecedented. There has never been any buying in the way that's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. There has never been anything like this. Okay, I showed you guys recently the massive buy-ins. I showed you right here. And I want you to know, I'm not kidding, folks. We have seen some incredible buy-ins coming in on SoFi. I mean, big money coming in. And we saw some buys yesterday of freaking outrageous amounts. 9 million share buy worth $250 million of SoFi being purchased. And I showed you also another buy here. And you know that they're buying on the ask 6,105,000 shares purchased. Look at that, man. 15 million shares traded into these ETFs and these hedge funds buying here. And I know that they bought on the as the price was rising, because the price before was 28.01 and they bought at 28.02. So they bought on the ask. This is a buy, not a sell, folks. And I'm showing this to you because, again, yesterday we're seeing more massive buy-ins, okay? Let's go listen. If you guys don't know about his channel, I'm going to give him a little bit of a play right now so you guys can hear his channel, all right? And I want you to listen to what he has to say. And this video is going to be very short. Don't worry. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. I want to go over some of the data points, what moved it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first,
Cal, go over and subscribe.
Let's get right to it. So SoFi did close in the green, 1.53%, 27.75 the low, 28.69 the high, and a lot of volume. So 66.66 million shares being traded. Way too many sixes there. but 66.7 is the average. Nothing from the company itself, so no SEC filings, no press releases, just a lot of articles kind of going over what I brought up yesterday, and that was how the Trump administration is kind of selling 1.6 or planning on selling $1.6 trillion worth of student loans. So again, how algorithmic trading works is if there's a lot of articles kind of relatively bullish, then algos will really push a stock higher. So this is why if we pop over to the flow, you see a lot of smaller transactions. So of course that could be retail, but based on the magnitude, is fair to assume that algos were the main reason why SoFi was really moving higher. So I think just a lot of bullish articles coming out associated to it. At the same time, you do see a lot of these types of articles just saying, for instance, Mainstay Capital did acquire 21,957 shares. So a lot of these types of ones, and for those of you that have been watching my videos every day, there's been a lot of very weird transactions. Even today, there was a couple that I want to go over in a second, but maybe there are some institutions buying, but still nonetheless, a lot of good bullish articles coming out. One thing that did happen that kind of caused the broader market to kind of crap itself was Powell. So
Of
I
course.
personally find this fun.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm playing this for you because this guy, I tell you all the time about this guy. He gives very concise, short, I'd say 10-minute videos usually, and he puts together a nice little package every time. And so I'm talking to you about and letting you listen to him today because, quite frankly, number one, I didn't get a chance to listen last night because I went off to our wedding preparation, and we had our wedding rehearsal last night. So, yes, my daughter is getting married tomorrow night, and today I got permission to go ahead and stream all day long because we had a change of plans with my sister who was supposed to fly in. My mother is doing better. She's still recovering. So thank you for all of your prayers, everyone, for about my mother, and her condition is getting a little bit better day by day, and we hope she'll be get a good recovery, but it's going to be a very arduous recovery. She had quite a bit of damage, 4 broken ribs and a broken sedea or something. And I don't even know what it's called, but it's part of your body down below the spine. And she's she's suffered a very bad fall on a tile floor without any carpet or anything. And so thank you for your prayers and concerns for her. But I'm playing you this video because I like to watch this. This is Cal. Trending Stocks is his channel. And I want you to go over and subscribe and tell him Catfish sent you, okay? So here, I'm just going to listen to the rest of them here this morning talking about SoFi because I want to hear about these big buys that came in. So hold on, here we go.
Funny, even though a lot of my stocks did go down today, but Powell. So yesterday we did have a little bit of a pullback during Power Hour because people were fearful over what Powell was going to say. Best case scenario, what the market was assuming was that Powell was going to come out and pretty much reiterate exactly what the FOMC minutes stated, how a lot of members were really wanting and are for rate cuts, multiple rate cuts in the foreseeable future. So that's what the market was assuming Powell was going to come out and say. But Powell did his introduction, but did not talk about monetary policy whatsoever. So it's kind of funny how Powell speaks, market goes down. Powell doesn't speak, market goes down. So it's kind of a weird scenario, but nonetheless, though, SoFi didn't give two craps. It just did its thing and went higher. So definitely good to see. As far as shorts, they did return 8.09 million shares.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Let's hear it for the shorts returning 8.09 million shares. Yes, shorts return 8.09 million. Yes. All right, good job. Way to go. You were smart to do that, shorts. You were smart to get out because it's getting ready to fly.
Obviously, the big attributing factors, but shorts returning today. I don't know. Maybe someone knows something. Of course, we've seen a lot of big transactions lately, so maybe as well at the same time someone knows something. But 9.25% of the free floats being shorted works at the 108.91 million shares overall being shorted. So a lot of weird type of scenarios are playing out, and I can't be the only one that thinks the price action with SoFi recently is very odd. I'm not complaining because SoFi has actually been holding up fairly well in comparison to the broader market, but begs the question, is something big coming as far?
All right, so I'm not going to go any further with his. I just wanted to hear that part about the shorts returning a bunch of shares. The shorts are getting out. They're getting out, and the longs are coming in big, big buys. Big buys. We'll probably get over here and find where the buys are. Let's see here. Here he's talking about, that's not buys. No, this would be options he's talking about there. Here's where he talks about the purchases right here. Let's listen to this part.
Just somewhat be prepared for that. But aside from that, these are all the transactions that did occur today on the secondary market above $100,000. So no different than yesterday. A lot of crazy, very weird transactions. So 28.7 million. So just over 1 million shares, 15.1, 12.3, 3.7, and so forth and so forth. So a lot of big transactions, but dark pool. So dark pool is often enough used by shorts and as well hedge funds. Yesterday, we saw many large transactions, I think totaling $422 million. Today, actually, I'll just hit refresh just to see if there's any new ones. So it looks like the high for today, there was a single transaction that did occur after hours, possibly could be shorts returning, but 173.7 million. So that works out to be 6.1 million shares.
Wow.
There was also at, looks like 326, 89.6 million. So 3.1 million shares, 23.6, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8. So it's kind of funny. There's been numerous individuals over the last couple of videos when I do bring this type of stuff up. It's just saying that it's the Trump administration buying into SoFi. That would be insane, and I don't think anyone would have guessed that. But if that actually is true, which logically I don't think it is, but if that would be true, that would be insane. So yeah, let me know your viewpoint on why you think all these crazy transactions are occurring.
All right, well, I think it's because of Catfish Tyler. I think it's because of me. Catfish casting his futuristic beliefs about SoFi going beyond and showing you what it's been doing every time it was being manipulated. And I told you people that when this stock price went down, that it was always driven down before earnings. And then by earnings, it goes up $4 or $5. I told you that was going to happen. You heard me say that to you 1 week ago when they ran it down. I took everyone over to the 1 year chart and I showed you, look at this earnings. Before it, down. Then earnings day, boom. Then I went to the next earnings. I said, look, see them take it down. Then as earnings day, boom. And then I said, and look, hear that? See, I went and I showed you about 5 different earnings calls where right the month prior, a big fall, just a collapse in price 1 month prior to the earnings, and then by earnings day, right back to where it was before the big drop. I showed you guys over and over. I showed you this, okay? And if for those of you that missed it, I'm happy to show you right here about SoFi, about something that you can almost plan on and you can make money if you know about this, okay? So let me show you a little secret. Secret. I got a secret. And by the way, that person you were just listening to that I was playing that video is Cal. His channel is called Trending Stocks. Go over, give him a listen, folks. Go over and give him a listen. I think you'll be very happy if you do go listen to him. Now, also remember, if we can get donations today to go up over $50 amount, then we're not going to have any more commercials, okay? And that's another reason that you might want to donate to this channel. But what I want to show you now, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this, and I'm showing you SoFi over the last year trading chart, okay? I'm going to show you the last year's trading chart. And we'll go to 5 years because I want you to see something here, folks. Let's see if I can get the date. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, earnings day would be for SoFi right on the right at the end of May, at the beginning of May. So right here, let me find it. This is a bad spot to be on 24, but let's start getting over here, right around here. All right. Well, July, the end of July is when earnings comes. So look here, right before July, look at them attack the price down right there, and then by earnings, July the 31st, look where the price is by then. Now, the next earnings is going to come out in October. Look at them drive the price down here. Look at them drive the price down. And by October the 30th, when they released earnings, look where the price was. You see that? All the way up here, folks. When by October the 30th. Now, I want you to see again over here. Right here, this is April the 30th. May the 1st is when earnings is going to come out. May the 1st is when earnings is coming out. Look at the drop in the price before the week, before earnings came out, okay? Now I'm going to show you another one. Right here. Earnings is going to come out at the end of, July 30th. So here's where they attacked this thing down right there. And then by earnings day on July 31st, look where the price is. I'm serious, folks. This drop before earnings and then pop on by earnings day is every single time. If you don't see it very clearly that way, take a look at the 1 year chart. And here's the 1 year chart. And this is right before earnings was going to come out on October the 30th, folks. And then, they're going to have earnings at the end of January. I think it's January the 1st or the January the 30th. Look at them run the price down. Look at them run the price down. And then look where it is by earnings. See that? I'm telling you, folks, I know what I'm talking about. They released earnings on January the 31st, I think. So this is what they do with SoFi. Take it down, and then by earnings, run it up. And then here, this is the next earnings coming out May the 1st. So what do? Take it down and then run it up by earnings all the way to May the 1st. Look at them take it down there, folks, on the first week of April, and then try to take it down during mid-April. But by May the 1st on earnings day, when it comes out, bam, there's the price. And then over here, we're in July. Look at them run the price down here in July. And then look where by earnings is. And by the way, I want you to look. This is going to be the announcement is right here that they're going to do earnings on the end of July. Look at them run it down right there. And then look where the price is by earnings on July the 31st. Look where the price is. It's all the way freaking up here, folks. So this is very common. Run it down and then spike it by earnings. Run it down and then spike it by earnings. And they did it again here today in a big way. Run it way down and then spike it by earnings. And that's what they do. So you can learn from that, ladies and gentlemen. This is SoFi. That's what they've been doing. So on the next earnings call, a month before, I'd sell, okay? A month before earnings, I would sell it. I'd sell it a month and a week before earnings, and then before they start attacking it down. I'm telling you, that's what I'd do. This pattern has just become too obvious to me. This is a pattern that's just getting more and more exaggerated too, because there's a lot of freaking volume here. Everybody can see it now. The volume's pouring in on this thing. Look at the volume increasing every single dang day, folks. Just look at it. And institutions buying these massive, massive amounts of shares. They're buying millions of shares, folks. Millions. 6 million shares at a time. 9 million shares at a time. Yep, looks like people was waiting for SoFi to dip off the bell. Yep, look at that candle. Yeah, Oh yeah, they're looking for a dip off the bell. They always do it. That's what they do every day. That's exactly what they do. They sell a bunch of shares that they borrowed every morning. This is the same thing with this. It's the same rodeo. It's the same old rodeo every day. Every day, folks. Now I'm also going to be looking at DVLT because I'm heavily invested in this stock. And I have to keep an eye on this one for sure because if it makes a move the opposite way of what I'm expecting, then I am going to start liquidating it off, and I'll just move it on over to a runner that's really going to take off. But let's look at the entire market right now out of the gate. Everything is green. The S&P 500 is green. The Dow is green. The Nasdaq is green. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit text me. You guys give me a second. I got to get logged into my account. Brew up 16%. Yes, that's why I'm logging in here. I want to sell this right now. So you guys are going to have to give me a moment here, and then I will get this code, and I'll be right back. Maybe. Charles Schwab went down on me earlier today. I think this dang thing's still having problems. Dadgummit. Hold on, folks. Doggone it, man. Text me, please. All right, so right now it's going to be sending me a text. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at several stocks. One of them is this one, BURU. BURU, you should sell it at 55 cents. All right, folks, I'm getting the code sent to me right now. I'll be right back in about 5 seconds. Hold on. Let's get in here and start making some money. Because I want to sell this Buru at 55 cents, some of it. Checking out SoFi this morning right now. She's looking good, folks. SoFi looks fabulous. Look at it go over 29. Beautiful. Running, baby. SoFi on the run. Going to $30. All right, here we go. It's time to start buying here and selling. So we're going to go trade. And we're going to go account positions. And we're going to go to Buru right here. And we're going to start selling it right now. This is the stock that I'm selling right now. And I've got 411 shares, so I'm going to sell 40 shares at a time. And I want to get out at limit order 54 cents. And I'm not going to get greedy, folks. I'm up nice on this, so I'm going to do 53.88. Review order and place it. Limit, and this is daytime selling 40. Review order and place it. And I'm going to sell again now. I'm going to try to get out at 40 shares here. Sell, market, limit, day, not 53.01, 53.98. Oh, I might have already some sell orders open on this. Hold on. I might have to close out some in-place orders I already have on it higher. So hold on. Let me look at my order status. Sell. So, yeah, I have a lot of sell orders on this already. Let me see where I might have other ones. And let me put in here open orders instead of all open orders. Yeah, I've got a lot of Burus up to 76 cents. Where is it at now? 52. Well, and But I got to get some of these burus moved down from 77. I was hoping for 77 in the pre-market, but I didn't get it. So I'm going to change these now. And I usually like to sell the 54, folks, and 55 for sure. Yeah. Watching it closely right now. It looks like it may go on right on up over. So I'm going to move this, though, right now and sell some of this at 55 if they get there. Oh, and I've got to leave it good till cancel plus extended. They won't let me change it today. I know that. So I'm going to do that and place it. Hey, the thing's up 9%, almost 10%, and it will be 10% if I sell it at 55. So let's move this brewer at sell at 7666. Change that. And let's go out at 54. All right. Now, let me take a look at SoFi right here. Swing over here and see what she's doing. Good morning, everybody. ADDT says Kaba, YDDL. Okay, I got you. Man, you guys are throwing out a lot of stocks. HYMC should get to $10 short term. Wow, HYMC, thank you. C. Richard, YYAI, no way. Wow, YYAI, what happened to your mom? She fell down and got hurt. Morning, Catfish. Jay Watts, and Ruth C., 5 minutes to open. Anyone watching PWM? No, Brady Thompson. No, we're not yet. PWM, Buru up 16%. NJ Greek, yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out when it was up 16. Now it's up. BITF up 17%, folks, today. Wow. Congratulations. You guys can see right over here on my longs, the stocks that I'm holding long, ladies and gentlemen, right here, my third position right there, BITF, that I hold long. Look at the gains that I've made on all these stocks, folks, that I hold long. These are my long stocks over the last year. Look at the gains on these over the last year. This is the 1 year column. These are the stocks I'm holding long, and you can get a copy of this list if you become a monster level or Goliath level member of the Cat Tank. All right, and you can make gains like this over the last year if you possibly can. I make no guarantees, but man, these stocks are hot that I'm holding long. Every one of them just kicking ass. And so, wow, congratulations, all of you folks, BITF owners. And by the way, you want to sell this 488. You want to get out there. 488. Now I'm going to get over here, see if I can get some sell orders on this. And I'm trying to get out of Buru right here. Change this one. Try and get out at 53. Leave that the same, review order, and place it. Buru was up a lot more, though, but I did not have my, I don't understand why I had all those sell orders in good till cancel plus extended. I wonder why they didn't fill. Did it never get all the way up to 177 BURU? Pre-market hit 175. Oh, that's BMEA. I'm sorry. BURU. I got to add that one. Jeez. Oh my God, please stop. Okay, here we go. What in the world happened to Buru? It's acquiring orbit? NJ Greek, what happened to Buru? You said it was 16% up, I think. What happened to it? Thank you, Kat, for SoFi. You're very welcome, NJ Greek. All those clowns that criticized while it was at $7 a share. God bless SoFi. That's right, NJ Greek. Yep, BITF. Yep, is squeezing. Woo! Dylan Christ buying DVLT at 206. Hopefully support holds. Love making money on BITF. BITF. Yep. DVLT getting beat up. Buru is a great swing trade stock. Yep. Good morning. I want 6. If you still believe in DVLT, you should be buying more right now. DVLT at holding at 206. Hopefully it was. SoFi up. Yes. All right. SoFi. Watch your flying. I told you there was a bunch of freaking buying. I told you all the institutions, they're not lying. SoFi's frying. Shorts are dying. Oh, yeah. Look at the shorts getting killed on SoFi today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's run it up. Ow. Run it up, baby. Let's run it up. Yeah. Run it up, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time. Oh, yeah, baby. Well, you were searching for a stock to buy, then you stumbled on Catfish Tyler, who said now's a perfect time, the time for you to buy SoFi. And I showed you why, showed all the lies they told about SoFi. And now there's nothing the shorts can do. They all realize they're totally screwed. They shorted SoFi, but David was lying. You should be buying, there's no denying. SoFi, yo, Chivarine. So sad, but now your game is over. And now it's always been shortened. Oh, I just broke a string, folks. Oh, man, I just broke a string on this guitar. Oh, shucks. That's all right. Let's do some more on this one. Well, short's been shortened and shortened SoFi. You've been wondering. And Catfish Tyler, who now's the time to buy. Way back on April 5th. Remember 601? It's not a myth. That's when we bought a ton. And from that day on, the shorts just got screwed. They all thought Dave was telling the truth. They shorted SoFi, but David was lying. You should be buying, there's no denying. SoFi, yo, Chivarine. So sad, but now your game is over. SoFi, David's a liar. He should retire. Why is he not fired? SoFi, yo, Chivarine. So sad, but now your game is over. Now David's living on a one-way street with a dumpster where his friends meet. To survive, they dumpster dive with David all night long. And they all wonder where things went wrong. Oh, what a blunder. And there's nothing that those shorts can do. They all realize they're totally screwed. For short and SoFi, but David was lying. You should be not, there's no denying. SoFi, yo, Chivarine. So sad, but now your game is over. SoFi, David was lying. There's no denying you should be buying. SoFi, your Chivarine. So sad, but now your game is over. Why don't you go and search that dumpster over? SoFi. Oh, it's time to buy. SoFi. Yeah. All right. And I can't believe I just busted a string on that guitar. It's brand new. Brand new strings, and I busted them. Dadgummit. We'll have to restring it. I thought we were fishing for channel cats today. Oh my goodness. Well, you're on the right channel for cats today, that's for sure. Look at SoFi, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I told you last week, I showed you why that you should not worry, that you should buy the stock, because they had always run it down 1 week, 3 weeks prior to earnings. They do it every single time, and you took advantage of it, didn't you, everybody? Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. SoFi, over 30 soon. Pace, man, welcome. Yes, yes. James Anderson said, yes, you did. Gary, you guys good? Buru, back up 16%. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If it is, how come my orders aren't selling? Or did they all sell? I just haven't refreshed the screen. Oh, yeah, they sold. Some of them sold right there. Golly, you're kidding me, man. Incredible. Well, good. I sold some of them. And I've still got some for sale up here at 65, 66. Buru. Come on, take it right on up, man. Take it right on up. Take Buru higher. Come on, take it higher. Got to take it higher. Doom, 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 boom, fire. Boom, 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 boom. Fire. Boom, 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 boom. What in the heck is this doing? I don't understand why it's doing this stupid Yahoo bullshit. What did I do? I don't want that. I don't want to stay a group. I don't want a group. Shit. I don't know what I'm doing there. Dadgummit. I hate that crap. Whatever. Buru's on fire. It's not back up 16%. Well, it might be off. It might have been down 30% for all I know. It's 649, 64. It might have gone down that much. Well, at least I got some of my orders to sell. All right, what stock am I buying now, folks? Come on, which one am I buying now? Let's go over here to account positions. Dang, I'm down $200 today. But I got some cash to put in right now. I got about $2,000 to put in. So which one's running? PCSA. What is going on with that one? HIVE. HIVE. 761, huh? 763 now. Whew. Let's look at that one. There it is. HIVE. Nice. And they're going to attack it down. They're going to try to attack it down. That 45 and 50 are rising very nicely, folks. That looks good. HIVE, ladies and gentlemen. Nice 9% gain today. Nice. Well, I'm up nice on that. $73 gain on that one today. I think that might be the one I'm going to get some more of. I got 1,300 here to put in. DVLT on the bottom. Okay, I'll buy it here. Okay, I'm coming in here right now. 208 on DVLT. I just bought it. I just bought 208 DVLT, 50 shares. I'm going to buy it again here. And I just filled at 207. Well, I'm going to just work it. I'm going to try to buy the low of the day. I'm going to try and see if they'll go to 201 here. And then 202. Then 203. Then 204. 205. And 206. All right, guys, I'm coming in with you here. DVLT. Yep, SoFi is flying. Yes, I expected it to go over 30 today. I said it yesterday that I thought it could go over 30 today. Well, I told everyone. Rusty Prater, thank you. David Garcia, thank you for your donations. Wow, we got to add you to the list here for the drawing. Thank you very much, David Garcia, $50 donation. One, two, 3, 4. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. $50 donations get my maximum number of entries, which is 8. I have a cap on the entry numbers because I don't want to get out of line with too many under one person's name. I want to be fair for all members to get a chance to win. So, David, you got 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more here, and you'll have 8. And again, thank you very much, Rusty Prater. For your $10 donation. Thank you. Constant steady, folks. Just keep members of the tank that keep donating anyway. And I love you guys for doing that. Well, looks like I just bought the low of the day. I'm trying to buy the low of the day. They didn't take my order, huh? I did get 205, folks. I got 205 on DVLT. I'm going to try and buy it again. And now I want to look at my I want to look at this HIVE. Nice, very nice. Look at that, HIVE. So let's try and come in on this stock and buy some here at 776. Yeah, we'll try and buy some. Let's just come in with 20 shares at 776. And 20 at 77.7. It's running, folks. This thing's going off. HIVE. Now, so you guys understand my method of trading. Here's what I like to do. I own 70 shares of this now. As the price is running up, it will retrace. And then it goes up, and retraces, and up, and retraces. I try to catch the retraces, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm right here behind it, and I'm waiting to pick up any retracing of the stock. And I'm going to go ahead and buy 20 more here, and I'm going to buy 20 at market right now because it doesn't look like it's even going to retrace right here down to 1777 again. So right now you can see I'm up $58, and I'm putting in small increment orders down below. This is my method. It's very low risk, okay? Now, I got to get over here. Hold on. Yep. DVLT down 10%. So they've just triggered 10% stop losses. And ladies and gentlemen, that should make the price go all the way down to $2, but it did not. Okay, I want to show you what I'm talking about here. DVLT, they just triggered 10% stop losses. And that should have made it drop all the way down to 1001, but it is not doing that at all. Okay, once they trigger those 10% stop losses, though, it should trigger it to fall all the way down to $2, maybe even $1.97. But I've got my buy orders in, and they're filling right now. I just bought right there. I'm buying with this simulated account right now, right there. Oh my gosh, look at this, folks. I just got through buying up those stocks. They ran them right down to me at those numbers I wanted. I just bought DVLT at 202. And I just bought all these shares of HIVE at these numbers. Look at them, bring it back down to 767. They're going to come to 766, folks. There it is. I just bought it. Back down to the bottom of this wall. What's happening with it? Yeah, just a rundown to get some more at 766. I just bought several shares there, 763. Trying to get it back down here to get at the bottom of this massive, massive wall. Why? Why? Why even try? Folks, right here's where you buy. Right here's where you buy this stock. Right here's where you get it, right here. HIVE, folks. This is where you're getting it right now. Right now, at the bottom of this massive, massive, massive platform. Okay? And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. It's going to run right back up. You'll see. Okay. Let me get out of here and let me buy some of this over here. Let me buy some here now. Yep, I want to buy this here for sure. Market. I'm coming in, review order, and place it. Going to buy again here at 766. Market. Review order. And place it. And I'm just going to wait for just a moment. I'm going to make sure that, well, let's do a limit. Let's edit this. And let's lower this down a little bit. Yeah, let's limit this down to 764. Review, order, and place it. Got it. And then let's just buy some here. 10 shares at market. Review, order, and place it. Buying again. The stock I'm buying here is HIVE, ladies and gentlemen. 10 shares. Review, order, market, review, order, and place it. I've already seen the huge wall that they've accumulated at this price, folks. That's all they're doing now is getting a little more here before they run it on up. 10 shares. Market, review, order, and place it. Hive is the stock I'm buying here, folks. And there it goes. It's gone. It's back on it's on its feet and running, folks. It's already gone back up. Buy at market. She's gone, folks. HIVE. That was the takedown. She's gone. She's back over 770 now. She's back over 770 now. And I'm going to show you this chart on the stock so you can see it. HIVE. I'm going to show you the chart. There it is right there, folks. Trying to take it down right here to there. And boom, she's bouncing. Look at the freaking 45-day going off the 50-day. Look at the 200-day on this. Smoking, baby. And DVLT has now fallen to 194 a share. 14% down. It did not hold at 2. That 10% stop losses got triggered, folks. 10% stop losses got triggered on it. $197, folks. That's their goal. $197, 13% down now. DVLT, I'm calling out. All right. DVLT. Buy. Right here, coming in on DVLT, 50 shares. Market, review, order, and place it. Order status. The final fleecing, ladies and gentlemen, duplicate order. I just got it at 196. I just got it at 196.94. Review, order, and place it. Again, 196.93, a thousandth of a penny lower. Duplicate order. Review, order, and place it. And I just filled at 196.5. They're still trying to work it down, folks. Duplicate order. And place it. I just filled at 196.5 again. I wonder who's decided to take it down to 196.5. Who decided that this is where they wanted to accumulate it now? At 10 o'clock, folks. All other markets are still green. It's another thing. It's not a broader market thing. This is an absolute separate attack. Duplicate order. I'm not in a hurry here. I'm not in a hurry. I still got... Review, order, and place it. Somebody's decided to try to shake everyone out now. 15% down at 193. Did they do a public share offering, folks? What's going on here? What's all this about? No, the 18 hours ago, they partnered with 99.7 FM to launch the first commercial deployment of patented. Okay. So there's no public share offering that I can see. Does anybody else see anything else? Okay. Well, review order and place it. They're trying for 188. I'll go in here. It's close enough to 188 for me. 16% down now, folks. Duplicate order. Like I said, it's close enough to 188 to me to I don't care. Review order and place it. There it is, 188, folks. They just got it to 188. 17% down now. Duplicate order. Review order. If it doesn't hold 188, folks, so then I'm just going to sell everything. I will. If it doesn't hold 188, I'll sell it all. If this doesn't hold 188, folks, I'm going to get out completely. So I'm just going to keep buying here right now. That's what I'm going to do. And if it does not hold 188, I'm going to get out of everything. Because something's wrong if it doesn't hold that. Now, it could go just a little bit below 188 on momentum, so I'm not going to sell it at 187. But, folks, if this thing gets down at below 180, I'm out completely for sure. But I'm going to keep buying here. And I just bought it at 186.5. Go in again, folks. Review order and place it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, it's now at 187, now 185.99, 185.3. And hold on a second. Let me see something here. Hold on. Hive, I'm going to move some money over. Sell. I'm up nicely on Hive right now, so I'm going to sell some here. And then I'm going to buy some more of this DVLT. Okay. Buy. Coming over here now. Review order and place it. Buying here now. I'm filling now at 188.5. Buying again here. Now filling at 189. Buy again. And again, I go in here. And now I'm going to log out of this account. DVLT is now rising. Here it is right here, folks. And that is what I call a vaginal drop. And just give me a minute here, folks. And I want to be text me. Hold on. I got to sign in here, folks. Give me a minute to get on another account here, guys. Hold on a minute. I got to get on another account. I'll be right back here. I've got to log in with this code, and I'll be back in about 5 seconds. So just hold on. I'll be right back.